What's up guys, welcome to your 152nd Android tutorial for the new Boston, and in this tutorial hopefully you guys will understand a little bit more about what we're doing. The first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to add to this URL because before I just wanted to show you guys it was a JSON type URL. What we're going to add to it is a question mark screen underscore name equals, and for example what we're going to do is just copy this and go to a browser. I'm using Chrome, just ordered some Pizza Hut, but we're going to paste it here, and then we're going to say our username, for example my bringback. We're going to type that in, hit enter, and this is what it looks like. This is what we're reading, and this is all of our information. Now within this, this is basically all of my tweets. It doesn't really look like it, but it is. So what we can do is we can pull some of this information according to the object itself. For example, there's the one that we're going to refer to is if you hit Control F and then type out text, you can see there's profile text color, and there's the actual text of a tweet, which is, here's our most recent tweet. So again, you can see all these different objects. Here's our 0 position, which we're grabbing. This would be position 1, position 2, etc. And then once we have that position, which we already set up, we're going to pull this kind of like the section that's defining the text. So we're going to refer to this text here and then pull the information that it holds. So it's kind of, you can kind of think of it as like a key and value type thing. So we're pulling from the text of our position 0 object and we're getting the value of it. I don't know if that makes more sense to you, but that's kind of what we're doing. So hopefully we get something. Hopefully we get something like, you know, I believe it is just for Mac. Sadly, sad face. I even remember that. I don't tweet too much. I don't get on Twitter, but that often I should say. But anyways, so now we have, you know, our base URL, and then we just need to add a string name to it. So that's what we're going to do in this tutorial. Again, we have this JSON object. All we're going to do is we're going to add to this string reference, or the string builder. This is why we set up the string builder. So we're just going to say URL, and we're going to add to it. So we're going to say append, and then what we're going to add. So what we're going to add is whatever is being passed in, our username, right? So hopefully that makes some sense. Again, you know, this last tweet method takes a string within it, which is our username. So all it's going to do is add our username to the end of this URL, and then after that it's just going to go to, or you know, we're going to call our get method, going to set up a response, going to get the information, basically the JSON object at position 0 is probably the only new thing that we're doing, and you know, also getting the timeline, which sets up the array for us, all that stuff. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense of what we're doing now that you can actually see what it looks like. And again, this is just the browser, like Google Chrome. Type that in, and this is kind of the background stuff that's happening, the JavaScript object notation. So now what we're doing again is pulling that object, but we also want to pull that text because, you know, that's the only thing that's really important. So what we want to do is, again, we're going to set up an async manager or async task type class to read this JSON object, or the most recent JSON object in that URL. So again, this is kind of review, but we're just going to say public class read extends async task. It's been a while, I think, since we used this, but it's a good review here. Async task, and then we want a string reference, integer, and another string, and then we set it up, and we also have to, you know, import our async task and add the unimplemented methods. So we're going to add that method, and we're also going to right click, go to source, override implement methods, and we're also going to add this, or on post execute. Again, nothing new there. We've covered all this stuff. that's probably all the time we have for this tutorial. We'll finish it up in the next tutorial, and then we'll probably do one more just to get you guys, again, a little bit more familiar with everything. And I'll catch you guys then. Have a good one.